What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Here we go again. Did the Patriots just draft Tom Brady's replacement? I'm Alex Barth. He is Evan Lazar from inside Gillette Stadium, a special draft edition of the FOXBORO Report powered by betonline.ag. Visit clnsmedia.com/win today and use the promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back. Evan, it's becoming a yearly event, from Jimmy Garoppolo to Jacoby Brissett to Danny Etling. Wherever the Patriots take a quarterback in the draft.
4 out of the last 6 drafts, they've taken a quarterback.
And we have to ask, is he the guy now? This is as high as they've taken a quarterback since Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
Right around that range, they took Jacoby Brissett and a very interesting guy in Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest thing is that context is key when you're talking about Jarrett Stidham. Last year in 2018, he really had a year from hell. I mean, there's no other way to put it. 2017, this guy was being talked about as one of the better quarterbacks in this draft class, and the wheels came off in 2018. A couple of things to look at as reasons why. They lost a lot of talent on that Auburn offense. A couple offensive linemen, running back Kerryon Johnson, obviously member of the Detroit Lions now. He goes to the NFL, so they lose some of those weapons for Jarrett Stidham. The coaching, it was kind of like a round hole in a square peg in terms of a fit schematically for Stidham, who I think has a little bit of athleticism to him, but certainly wants to be more of a pocket passer and an offense that wants to play 11 on 11 and use the quarterback as a running weapon. So that wasn't exactly a great fit, and I also think that there's some question marks about that coaching staff in general down at Auburn. So a lot of things around him went poorly in 2018, and it had kind of a domino effect on him as well.
So just to counter that, a lot of people are talking about the 2017 Jarrett Stidham had.
Yep.
For me, football is, it always will be, especially at the NFL level, a what have you done for me lately game. I'm looking heavily at 2018, and that's where I'm somewhat concerned. I'm not as sour on the pick as I was when it was initially made. For those of you who were watching on the stream, you got to see my raw reaction. But you know what? Ultimately, they got a guy who, in the worst case scenario, could be a 10-year backup, could be a guy like Chase Daniel that you're comfortable handing the ball to for a game or two if need be, but he has that ceiling where maybe he does become an NFL starter. You mentioned he wants to be a pocket passer. He's a guy who will embrace the pro game, who will fit into the pro game, so it's sort of easy to see the transition. That being said, Evan Lazar, my question to you.
Yes.
Fast forward 363 days to round 1 of next year.
Yeah.
Where does quarterback rank on the Patriots' needs? Does this alleviate kind of the Patriots' desire to find a quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, we would like to see him in the preseason before we kind of make this big declaration about that.
This is what the draft is. We project things way too far in advance.
But I will say that I don't think that this hinders the Patriots by any means from going aggressively after a quarterback if they like somebody next year. I think the biggest thing that stands out for me with Jarrett Stidham watching his tape, even in 2017 a little bit, there was some proof of this, the accuracy is all over the place. And that's not something that you can usually fix. I talked a lot about being able to get him to handle pressure a little bit better. He gets a little bit skirmish in the pocket when he's under pressure, doesn't trust his eyes all the time down the field when he's under pressure, and the ball sails on him at times. But the downfield accuracy, I charted, I think, 12 quarterbacks in this class. He had the worst downfield accuracy out of all of them, besides maybe Tyree Jackson. I think Tyree Jackson was lower.
Who ended up going on draft.
So we're talking about a very inaccurate quarterback. I mean, guys like Clayton Thorson and Easton Stick graded out better in accuracy than this guy. With that being said, there's proof on the tape, and Dan Orlovsky of ESPN did a great job breaking this down too, of the mental processing side of the game and Jarrett Stidham's ability to go through a progression and to get off his first read when his number 1 is taken away and get to his 2 and 3 in a progression, which you like to see as well as a very translatable trait to the NFL level. And I also think that there's some downfield throws outside the numbers where he has like this nice little touch throw outside the numbers. Teardrop, drop it in the bucket type throw.
The initial reaction was the spiral, and everybody's talking about how he may already have the best spiral in the NFL. So
yeah, he's got a nice tight spiral, throws a very catchable ball, all those types of things. Nice touch, nice. I think he needs to work on the details of the quarterback position, and maybe if he can refine some of his mechanics, he kind of locks out his front leg a little bit sometimes, and his footwork isn't always great. And then if he can do that, and maybe his accuracy gets a little bit better. But my problem is I always always come back to this, and a lot of NFL coaches and quarterback coaches come back to this. You can't really teach accuracy.
Right.
You either have accuracy, you're either accurate or you're not. You're either Tom Brady and Drew Brees or you're Josh Allen. That's
Right.
like kind of the scale from accuracy, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what Jarrett Stidham, once they get him in here in the program, what they can do from there.
All right, let us know what you think of the Stidham pick in the comments down below. And, of course, you can find all of our draft coverage on the CLNS Media YouTube page and on clnsmedia.com. This special draft edition of the FOXBORO Report is brought to you by betonline.ag. Visit clnsmedia.com/win today and use the promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back. From Gillette Stadium, for Evan Lazar, I'm Alex Barth. Thanks for watching.